YouTube, it's Abla. So today's video I want to talk about music and the power of what we are listening to. So pretty much at this point, a big change that I've made to kind of help myself and kind of clear any disagreeable energies that try to influence me is to not I was gonna use the word ingest, to not ingest any type of secular media. Like any type of secular media I cannot ingest. Everyone is different, although everyone is the same. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people are a little bit stronger in certain areas than others. But me, myself, I know I'm susceptible to getting on social media and phone and things like that and being influenced by different things that I see that are not within the Most High's plan for me. Just different things that can lead you down the wrong paths of disagreeableness. So not, what's the word? Not engaging in any type of secular media means no type of watching of videos that don't have anything to do with maybe like gospel or just learning more about the word and things like that. So I don't try to not watch anything that is not educating me or kind of bringing me closer to God. I don't want to watch anything like that. I will say that I have to cut out watching fitness videos and food videos because, you know, you can watch fitness videos, but if you're not literally actively working out in that moment, then you don't really need to, and it can lead down a path of vanity or just comparison and just become negative. You think you're positively watching these fitness videos, but it can turn negative. Same thing with food recipe videos. If I'm not literally cooking and have the ingredients, or I'm going to the market to get the ingredients to cook that food, then I don't really need to be watching so many food recipe videos because it can turn into gluttony and just maybe desiring things that I don't need or even use, like meat or eggs, dairy and stuff like that. So I do need to cut those things out. But other than those things, I make sure I do not consume any secular media because, like I said, it influences the subconscious and invites spirits into your space, into my space. So if it's not bringing me closer to God, then I don't need to be consuming that. So we get to the topic of music, because music is just, me personally, music is such an important part of life. Like, I love to sing and dance. I'm not a great singer, but I love to sing and dance. And I think singing and dancing is a great expression of the heart. So obviously the other forces that be know this, that we as humans, I guess, we love to sing and dance, and it is a great expression of the heart. So they put poison in that because music is so powerful. Music can be used to just lift up spirits or bring down spirits. Music should be used to lift up spirits and rejoice. What, you know, David took out and removed and expelled evil spirits from Saul, from the first king of Israel, when God sent evil spirits upon him. David expelled those evil spirits with music. Music can lift us up, and that's what it should be used for. It should not be what it has become today. So me, myself, I do no longer listen to any type of music that is not, first of all, I think it's great to listen to just instrumentals and upbeat music and just listen to the instruments. I know that there's different technicalities with that, like there's different frequencies that can also be harmful and negative frequencies that should be looked into, but it is positive to listen to just the instruments. If they are bringing joyful noise. And then when there's words involved, this is just goes so deep because even language is involved when we talk about music, and English language versus different languages, romance languages, maybe native languages. Like, it's so deep talking about music. The main point is that we need to steer away from secular media and secular music. And when I say secular music, I mean any type of music that is not there to uplift and kind of just uplift the spirit and praise and rejoice and bring positivity, goodness, joyfulness. Any type of music that is talking about anything outside of the will of the Most High. Even on the continent, I've heard and just witnessed people listening to music, dancing to music that has nothing to do with the reality here on the continent. Things like trap music, hip hop, rap music, things like that have spread across the world. They spread across the world, and you see people in the villages in Africa listening to Pop Smoke, and it's like, what does Pop Smoke have to do with your reality? So music is so powerful because it changes person's mindsets. So now a young village male, age 13, who has known nothing of the world, is listening to this detrimental trap music about different things, about drinking, drugs, smoking, degrading women, like just about a whole bunch of things, murder, trapping. Like, trapping is not exist in the village of Africa, but now this young male or even female has these things in their minds because of music. Music has become programming, and music is almost like enchanting. Like I said, us humans, I guess you can call it. Like, we love music because it is an expression of the heart. Music is an expression of the heart. We can never remove ourselves from music. Even talking and speaking, using our voice, even if I'm not singing right now, there's a musical aspect there to the way I'm speaking. Music is so important. So we need to make sure that we don't let our minds become programmed and influenced and infiltrated by negative music. And like I said, you can look into the different frequencies and stuff that come with that, but I'm more so focusing on the words that are said during music. Which language are you listening to music in? I need to move away from listening to music in English, because even doing that can help, because a lot of music, say if I listen to music in a native African language, they don't talk about murder and drugs and all types of crazy stuff. They talk about like gathering food and praising God and the harvest and things like that. They talk about reality. They sing about reality because, like I said, music is just an expression of the heart. But now it's become something to torment the mind. So it's very important that I do not consume music that is not there to rejoice, that is not there to lift up spirits. And any type of music that I engage in, I need to make sure that that music is lifting up spirits, my spirits around me, and is not kind of creating any negativity in my space. And it's hard because you grow up listening, not everyone, but I'll speak about myself. Growing up, I didn't even really listen to too much music growing up until I was maybe like 15, 16, which is different from a lot of people. A lot of people, they have their own little devices from a younger age and they're listening to music. However, I heard music on the radio in the car, so that was just, I think my mom had like a Kids Bop CD for us, or it was like just the most popular hit songs we would hear, like the most popular things, you know, like Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, the pop songs. We would hear those things, which they're not really talking about anything, even if it's positive, like they're having a positive song. A lot of times there's like an underlying message in that music. Maybe they talk about dating and relationships a little bit too much, I realize, which programs our young girls and maybe males to start singing these heartbreak songs and just thinking about dating and relationships, which they don't really need to worry about at such a young age. So I was hearing those types of music, the hot songs, the whatever pop songs were it. And then in the home, my parents really only played like gospel music that was in my mother's tongue. Not really, we never heard English music, maybe sometimes French here and there, but it was mostly gospel music in my mother's tongue. So that's when I would hear music. And there was never any strict thing like don't listen to any type of secular music. I think it's very important to be kind of clear with ourselves and with our families, with our children, things like that, to set boundaries and let our children know, and even in our minds set the boundary that no, I will not listen to secular music because I know what it can do. I know that it is kind of programming and it puts you into a mindset or mind frame that you do not want to be in, you do not want to align in. It seems so simple, like it's just music. It's just music, but it's not just music. Like I said, it's like chanting or incantations and programming, things like that. It's not just music. It's so much deeper than that. It's either going to be an expression, a joyful expression of the heart, and lift up your heart, lift up your spirits, or that music is going to torment you in your mind without you even knowing. And I always make sure that if it's something that I would want like headphones to listen to for the reason that I don't want other people around me to hear what I'm listening to, then I should not be listening to it, probably. I know maybe like a year or two ago, I was still kind of listening to the music that I would listen to in high school and college, the things you hear just around your peers or at parties, and you want to just fit in, and there's just so much music, like there's so many options that you kind of just kind of get into it, have your preferences, go to concerts. I was someone that went to a lot of concerts, very big into music and different musical styles and artists and things like that. So I was listening to those things that I would listen to as a teenager still. And I kind of found myself wanting headphones. I was like, maybe I should put headphones on when I listen to this because this doesn't actually align with my life right now or who I am or who I should be at the moment. However, it sounds good to my ears, to the ears that I had before, to the mind that I had before. Kind of feels familiar, kind of feels cool, comfortable, catchy. So I'd want to listen to those things. However, because they were not in alignment with who I am now, then I shouldn't have been wanting to listen to those, and I just should not be listening to that stuff. Like if you need headphones to listen to something because you don't want other people to hear it, then just don't listen to it. If you wouldn't do something or play something or say something in public, then don't do it in private. And that goes for music. Like if you wouldn't listen to a certain style of music in public or in front of someone that is a judge to you, then don't do it in private. Because it all matters. It's all shaping you and who you are and how you are. So it's very, very important, speaking to myself as well, to not consume any secular music, any music that is not uplifting of spirits, that is not uplifting of the heart. It's not just music. It's not just music. It's not a small thing. Throw away all of those things, that music, that media from the past that feels comfortable, catchy, cool, interesting. Just throw that all away. Even like start fresh. I deleted all of my music apps so that I don't even have access to things that I may be attached to. We can even become attached to different music, different songs we become attached to. Like, so even throw all that stuff away. I delete all of any Spotify, Apple Music. I don't have any of that, so that I'm not attached to any type of secular music that I used to listen to. and that I can just start fresh and be new and walk in a different way, walk in a different light. So yeah, be careful. We need to be careful what we're listening to. And if you need to, throw away all the music you have. Like, why do we feel so attached to music? Why do we feel so attached to certain songs? I felt some type of way to lose access or delete my Spotify that had like thousands of songs. I'm sure it had maybe 2,000, 3,000 songs on there. And all of that is programming to my mind. I felt some type of way to lose some access to that, which says something about music. Music is very powerful, so we need to be very careful in what we are consuming and make sure in everything that we are hearing, it is to uplift spirits and that it aligns with reality and our reality, so that we do not put ourselves in a different space that we do not belong. The Most High didn't place you in that space. If the Most High didn't place you in that space, then don't place yourself there. Don't go looking for trouble through the media. Like, we go looking for trouble when we listen to and place different spirits in our minds. It's like you've been given a reality. However, you go out of your way to consume something and open yourself up to demons and different things like that, different spirits. Open yourself up to those things that have nothing to do with the reality that the Most High has granted you. If the Most High has granted me this lifestyle, then why am I listening to music and putting myself into a mindset about a different lifestyle that has nothing to do with me and that I should be against, and praying for persons who are subject to those lifestyles, the lifestyles of the world? Yes, that's what I want to talk about today, that we need to be very careful in the music that we are consuming, and make sure it's always a positive expression of the heart, and never allow just laziness. It's pretty much just being lazy and just consuming and looking and watching and listening to anything, not being present. Don't let those things lead you down a path of destruction, because something as simple as music can lead you down a path of destruction. So yes, that's what I wanted to speak about today. I hope everybody has a blissful day. God, I heal, I grow, I